Hey, this is BremSter, and I'm coming to you with another puzzle from the Quads on Parade pack. Now, this is a puzzle by Maggie and BremSter, so my mother and I, but it has been over 2 months since we made the puzzle, and I don't remember anything about it after that time. I have solved probably 200 puzzles between now and then. Now and now. And I don't remember the details, so I'm kind of looking forward to this one. I do remember we made it to be a bit easy, but we will see what we find. So let's have a look at the rules. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 have to be placed without repetition. We have quadruples, so digits in quadruple circle must be placed at least once in the 4 cells touching that circle. So we know these digits will be 1, 2, 3, 4. There must be at least 1, 1 and at least 1, 9 in those 4 cells. Similarly, at least 1, 1 and at least 1, 8 in those 4 cells. Then there's the triple tabs constraint. So digits in tabs, these are tabs, must be placed within the 3 cells of the narrow side of the tab in that row or column. So we've had to restrict the tabs a little bit. You can see that the tabs sort of are shaped like a flap on an envelope, and the 4 and the tab is pointing in this direction. So that means the 4 and the 7 here must be placed in those 3 cells. The 6 and the 9, the tab is pointing down, there must be the 6 and the 9 in this column will be in those 3 cells. The 2 and the 4 in this column will be in those 3 cells. That's what it's telling us. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So we know these are 1, 2, 3, and 4, but we know the 2 in this row must be in one of those 3. So that is not the 2. We also know the 4 in this row is in one of those. So these can't be the 4. The 4 must be down here. Now, the 3 in this column must be in one of those 3. So that must be the 1. There's no 1 here because the 3 must be down here. That's kind of cool. So the 6 must be in one of those 2 because it can't be here. Now, if 6 is in one of those 2, it's not in one of those. So the 6 is in one of these 2 for the 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4, 5, 6, 7, but there's no 6 here. But the 4 is down here. So there's no 4 here. But the 4 can't be here because the 4 must be in one of those 3 in this row. So that's not the 4. This is the 4. And there must be a 7 in one of those 2, meaning that's the 5, and there's no 5 there. This is a 6, 7. That's okay. I didn't remember that. I'm pretty happy with it, though. So the 4 in this column is in one of those 3. So that's not the 4. That's the 4. But this is 4, 5, 6, and 7. This can't be the 4 because the 4 is in one of those 3. The 7 is in one of those 3, so neither of those are 7. The 4 is looking down saying neither of those are 4, so that's the 4. And there must be an 8 in one of those 2. Similarly, there must be a 7 in one of those 2. The 5 in this row is in one of those 3. It's the same logic again. The 5 in this row is in one of those 3, so that's the 6, which means there's no 6 here. 1 and... this is even more obvious start. 1 and 3, this is 6, 7, 8, 9 because of the quadruple. So where's the 1 and the 3 in those 3 cells? That's a 1, 3, and the 2, 4 must be 2, 4. So the 3 around this quadruple cannot go in those 2 cells because of the 1, 3. The 3 is in here. This 6 takes 6 out of those. This is 7, 8, 9. 6 is in one of those 2. Can I take this further? I think I can. I'm just not sure how. Right, 7 is lining up around these quadruples. So I can't put 7 in either of those 2 cells because if I put 7 there, 7 would go there and I couldn't put 7 around this quadruple. So 7 is in one of those 2, which looks up saying that's not the 7, that's the 7, which makes that the 6. Three is lining up between those and those, so 3 is in one of those 2. That's interesting. Oh, no, actually I can't use the same trick about excluding on these cells. That's really interesting. I don't remember this puzzle, which is fun. So 7 is in one of those two, and 7 is in one of those. Huh. So these are 2, 3, 8, and 9. Now that can't be a 2 or a 3, so that's an 8 or a 9. And I can't put 2 in... Oh, there's a 2 in this. This is a 6, 7. So that's the 2 and that's the 3. Right, that was way more obvious. So there's no 2 in either of those. There's a 3 in one of those. So I've got the 4, 7. I need to put a 9 in one of those 3 cells. And it can't go there because of the 4, 5, 6, 7. And it can't go there because of the 2, 4. That's the 9, which takes 9 out of those. Can I do the same here? Yes, I need to put 8 in one of those, but this 1, 3 made those 1, 3. So the 8 has to go there, which takes the 8 out of those. I can do the same trick. I just had to start in the same place. That's the 7. That's the 9. There's no 7 there. There's no 9 there. This is a 6, 8. And the 8 in here must go there, which means the 8 up here goes in one of those 2 cells. The 7 looks back, making that the 5 and that the 7. The 7 looks up, making that the 6 and that the 7. The 6 looks down, making that the 8 and that the 6. Okay, this is a pair now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 4 makes that the 2 and that the 4. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And no, actually that doesn't do it. Not sure how to resolve that. Okay. This is a... 3 can't go here because of the 3's down here. 8 can't go there either. This is a 3, 8 pair. 7 is in one of those 2. Don't know the truth about 5 yet. What is my truth about 5? Well, 8 being in here means 8 isn't in those 2. So 8 is in one of those 2. So that's not an 8. This is a quadruple. What is it? 1, 3, 8, 9. Well, there's no 8 there. This is now a 1, 3, 8, 9 quadruple. So 8 and 9 must be down here. So that's not a 9. That's unexpected. There's no 1, 3 there because of the 1, 3 looking down. So 9 is absolutely up here. So what have I've got the 2, 6 done. 4, 7 is done. 6, 9 is done. 2, 4 is done. 1, 3 is done. 5, 8 is done. 4, 8 is done when I've done that. So the 7 and the 8 are the only triple tabs that are not done. So I'm now down to the quadruple clues, which are interesting. Interesting how? So I've done all of these ones. So all I've got left are these quadruple clues. Really? What sort of monster would set this? Oh, the 8 is up here. So this is the 9. Which puts 9 up here, which I knew. But this is a quadruple. This it can be 1, it could be 2, can't be 3, 4, it could be 5, can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9, but it can't be 2, so that's a 5. And now I know this triple. This is 2, 7, 8, and I can't put 7 down here, and I can't put 8 up here. That's interesting, maybe. These are 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7 is in one of those 2. That 7 looks across saying that's not the 7. There's a 7 here. And these are 6, 8, and 9. There's no 6 there. That's an 8, 9 pair. That's the 6. The 8, 9 looks down, taking the 8 out of there. That becomes the 8. This is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 3, 9. Ooh, not sure. But these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 go into those. The 3, 8 looks back, making that the 2, taking 2 out of those. So that's 7 and 8. That is not a message I need to look at. But the 3 takes 3 out of there. The 2 looks across, making that the 4 and that the 2. The 4 looks back, taking 4 out of there. That is a 1 or a 9. But that could be a 1-9 pair, which might do something to that. I don't know. The 8 in here, because I can't put 8 here because 8 is down here. The 8 in here makes that the 9 and that the 8. Very nice. That takes 8 out of there. Can I take this further? Please, sir, I want some more. 7 is in one of those two, but that 7 is looking in saying 7's not there. So 7's not in any of those, but I need a 7 around the quadruple, which takes 7 out of there, putting 7 there. If I talk faster, does that mean I solve faster? Okay. Hmm. 4, 7. Huh. I've got the 3, 8, so this clue is done. I need to put a 5 in one of those. I need to put a 1 in one of those, and I need to put a 1 and a 9 around here, but I've got a 1, 9 locked in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a quadruple. 1, 5, 6, 9. So these are 1, 5, 6, and 9. There's no 6, 9 there. There's no 6 there. So that is a 1, 5, 9. That's a 6. Yeah, where could 6 go in that row? It couldn't go there, there, or there, and that's a 3, 8 pair. Okay, so 9 is in one of those two, but I could put 2 9s around this quadruple. If that's a 5, that's a 5, and then that's a 5. That seems okay. This will be scanning, scanning, scanning disaster. 6 is in one of those two. 6 is in one of those 3. Seven is in one of those two. Five can't be in any of these cells, but that's not really telling me much, is it? Have I missed a quad-based X-Wing here? I don't think I have, because I've populated all of the quads except for the ones in the middle. Like, if this was a 1, that would have to be a 1, because that sees all 3 of those. Similarly, if that was a 1, that would have to be a 1. But then that would be a 1, and I think we're okay. Maggie is much better at... So these things tend to set up classic Sudoku tricks, and Maggie's better at those than me. 8, 8. 8 is in one of those two. 1, 2, 3 in here. No. 4, 5 in here. No. 6 in here. Is in one of those two. So this. No. Okay. Knuckles down, BremSter. See what you're missing. 5 is in one of those two. I can't put 5 in those cells, because if I put a 5 here, and there's no 5 around the quadruple. So 5 is in one of those two. Oh, that 7 is looking down saying that's not the 7, that's the 7. So this is a quadruple. 2, 4, 5, 6. There's no 4, 6 there. That's 2, 5. So I take 2, 5 out of here. This is 4, 6. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 5, 9. So these are 2, 5, 9. So this is 1, 3, giving me a 1, 3 pair. This 2, 5? No. That's fascinating. I wonder if I can colour these 1, 3s. Like, those are the same digit, which means that's the same digit. If that's a 5, that's a 5. That's a 5. That doesn't work. If that's a 5, around this quadruple I would have to put a 5 there, which would make that a 5. And now where can I put 5 in box 6? I couldn't put a 5 in those cells. It would see those. Those are full, and I couldn't put 5 in either of those two cells because it would see those two 5s. That is a 2. That is a 5. I don't know that that's done much. Now, if that's 5 and that's 5, I could put a 5 here. It's just I couldn't if I put a 5 there. Wow. What? This did pass testing. The 3 says that's not the 3, that's the 3, which means that's the 1, that's the 3, that's the 1, this is the 3, this is the 1. The 3 makes that the 9, which makes that the 3. The 9 looks down saying that's not the 9. One around here, no. 1 and 8 around here, no. 5 around here, still don't have that. 3 and the 8 I've got. Wow. I'd say blame Maggie, but I don't do that. Okay. I'm joking, by the way. There's no 8 there. Right, so it can't put 8 in either of those because there's 8 in a box. This 8 looks up saying not there. That's an 8. Cool. Now, what are these? These are 1, 2, 4, 5. Now, there's no 1 or 5 there, so this is a 2, 4. This is it. It's hidden pairs. Maggie loves hidden pairs, by the way. So 1, this is now a 2, because 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 2. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 8 and 9. The 9 looks up making that the 8 and that the 9. The 8 looks down saying that's not the 8, that's the 8, which has taken the pencil mark place of a 6, which is all that I needed for the column. These are 1, 3, 5. I still could possibly do 5s in those. I don't know. Wow. 9 takes 9 out of there. 1 and 9 around here. I've got the 3, 8. I need to put a 1 around there. So if I put a 1 here, there would be no 1 around this. I can't put a 1 in either of those two cells, because if I put a 1 here, I'd have to put a 1 here, and I can't do it because that would see all 3 of those. So there's no 1 here. Similarly, there is no 1 here because it would see all 3 of those. So the 1 on this quadruple is in one of those two, which means that's a 3. That's really cool, which means that's not a 3. This is a 1, 9 pair. Now that doesn't stop both of those being 9, I don't think. I mean, maybe, but 1 is in one of those. So where's 1 in this box? I can't put 1 in any of those cells. I could put it there. A 1 here. Yeah, I could. So 1 is in one of those 4. Oh, the 8 looks down, making that the 3 and that the 8. The 3 makes that the 1 and that the 3. Now, I can't put 1 in either of those two or there or there. 1 is in one of those two, which means that's the 5, that's the 1, that's the 3. The 1 looks across, making that the 9 and that the 1. The 9 makes that the 5. The 5 looks up, making that the 1, which makes that the 5. The 5 looks down, making that the 2, taking 2 out of those. I'm very happy to have my name on this puzzle. The 2 looks up, making that the 4 and that the 2. The 4 looks down, making that the 6 and that the 4. This digit is known. That's just a 1 because that was the 1 around it. So the 5 looks across, making that the 4 and that the 5. The 5 looks down, making that the 9 and that the 5. I need to put a 2 around here. It's not there or there. That's the 2. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. There's a 4 and a 9 in row 4. That's the 6. I take the 6 out and I'll use that 9 to look at, making that the 4 and that the 9. And that is the solution for, I do like my own puzzle, for Quad in the Box by Maggie and BremSter. Yeah, it's been a couple of months since I looked at that puzzle and I'm still very, very happy with it. I didn't remember the logic. As well, that happens. Very, very nice. Maggie can take the credit and I'll take the blame. I'm happy with that. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying the pack and I hope you're enjoying the puzzle. I think this one's going to drop fairly early on. So yeah, I don't know. There'll be a lot more to come. Yeah, and as always, good luck with your solving.